We define visual story writing as using visual representations of story elements to support writing and revising narrative texts. Visual story writing relies on automatically generated visual representations of time, characters, events, and locations. These visualizations can help review the story to notice issues and plan future edits. And the visualizations can also be edited to offer representations more suited to specific editing tasks. Let's see how that works. Let's say we want to edit Alice in Wonderland. Alice seems to be doing a lot. Same for the rabbit. But it seems like the book is not very useful. Let's remove the book. This modifies the text accordingly. I can also add a new character named Jim and make him paint beside Alice. Let's see how the characters move. Alice stays at the bank for a long time. In the beginning of the story, let's move Alice to the field by editing this spatial representation of the story. I don't like this. Let's go back to what we had before. Why not Antarctica instead? That's better. Now let me explore a different order of the scenes. Let's have the rabbit hop past Alice right at the beginning. Oh, that's nice, but I don't like this phrasing. Let me edit that. Within a visual story writing workflow, writers alternate between manipulating visual representations and textual representations. Basically, writers pick the representation that best fits their needs and explore variations using the versioning tree. This can help edit existing story or write new ones from scratch. We propose a framework to inform the design of visual representations that support the visual story writing workflow. This framework guided the creation of the 3 views in the prototype, including a diagrammatic view of the entities and the actions, a spatial view of the locations and entities, and a timeline view of the events. Feel free to try the tool yourself. In a first user study, we assessed how story visualizations help the planning and reviewing phases of writing. We compared a read-only version of the prototype to a baseline text-only interface. The tasks simulated what writers asked themselves when reviewing their craft. In a second study with creative writers, we assessed the potential of visual story writing to help with writing tasks. The first part of the study isolated the use of the 3 different views in a controlled setting. There were 3 tasks: removing and adding new entities, moving entities to new locations, and reordering story events. The second part of the study was more exploratory, and participants were given the beginning of a story and asked to explore what could happen next. In summary, visual story writing is an approach to write stories by reviewing visualizations and manipulating these visuals. Our expression taps on only a few of the possible visual representations, but other representations could also facilitate writing, as highlighted by our framework. For additional details and experiment results, see the accompanying paper.